Good morning, good morning. Happy Sunday. It is the 20th of June and we are live on Instagram and Facebook. For those watching this back, good afternoon, good evening, hello to whatever time of the day it is for you, wherever you are. I'm just going to wait a couple of minutes, as always, for people to roll in before we start the reading proper. Today, I'm going to be working with the Energy Oracle cards, one of my absolute favorite decks. If you've had a reading by me, you'll probably recognize this deck. If you are coming along to my workshop tonight, the Oracle Cards workshop, you may even end up with your own. It has been, I will happily admit, not so happily admit, but I will definitely admit it's been a challenging week. There's been a lot of up and down with the energy. Hello, good morning, hello, hello, hello everyone. It's been a very interesting shift and change, and I have been processing and taking my time with things. I hope you have too. Tomorrow is the solstice, which is very exciting. So for those of us in the southern hemisphere, it's the winter solstice. The winter solstice is the shortest day and longest night of the year, and it is the time where we start to look to things getting brighter, happier, more joyful. We're connecting to our ancestors, we're connecting to the past, we're connecting to the dark and the shadow of things. We're giving thanks, and we're accepting all of those things so that we can move forward with the days getting longer. Those in the northern hemisphere celebrating the summer solstice. It's all about the big, the yes, the masculine, the biggest masculine positive day of the year. We celebrate friendship and family, giving and sharing in abundance. So no matter where you are, I hope you get into the energy of it. Just going to give them a good old proper shuffle. Let me know how you are. How's your week been? I'd love to know how we're all going. Yeah, I think it's been like that for everyone. It's been one of those weeks. Thankfully, with the winter solstice, we then have the full moon and Mercury Retrograde ending, which is nice. I think we're all looking forward to this one. I think it's the 24th for the full moon, which is, I think, Thursday. Oh, hello. Calm down, everyone. Calm down. Too many. Yes, it's definitely good weather to be inside, good weather to be a duck. Good morning, everyone. Lots of people rolling in now. Nice group. Hello, Facebook. Hello, Instagram. Oh, yeah. The whole of the universe is laughing at all of us, don't you worry. Amongst all this chaos, we are very much being laughed at. That's kind of the point. If you can laugh at yourself, then you can laugh at even the most challenging of situations. Morning. Hello to everyone rolling in. It's just gone 9 o'clock here in Perth on Sunday, the 20th of June. Oh my God, Nat, I am so jealous. So jealous. My husband and I were supposed to go to Karajini in February when we went up north, but a cyclone decided no, we weren't supposed to go to Karajini this time around. So I have an amazing time. Awesome. Ness coming along this afternoon to the Oracle Cards workshop. It's going to be good fun. I'm very excited about that. I'm looking forward to sharing all the goodness about Oracle cards. but I will be living vicariously through you, Nat, going to Karajini. Very nice. Don't you worry, I'll get there eventually. Massive action, lots of things, doing the thing. We like that. Oh, it's all happening everywhere for everyone. Yeah, no, there we go, that's appropriate. Rest and rejuvenation fell out for everyone. Oh, it's literally happening to everyone. Oh, Beck, if you can, definitely try and come along. They're always good fun. It's just something about a workshop and the fun you get out of it. And I have been getting a lot of requests and a lot of questions. I will be launching them virtually. It's just a bit of a challenging thing for me to make it translate. So I'm looking at the end of the year to be doing online workshops. So if you can bear with me and be patient, I will do my best to pull them all together and make them all work as an online thing, because I know that I need to. But yes, if you're in Perth and you can come along, definitely do. Ah, awesome, coming along as well, Nat. Fabulous. Yeah, it's going to be good fun. I cannot wait. All right. Oh, come on. Yeah, very good. Thank you. Just going to do a bit of this. Good morning, everyone. How are we all today? I hope we're all good. Thank you all for joining in, letting me know how you're going. Today is Sunday, the 20th of June, and we are rolling forward for the week ahead. We have the Energy Oracle cards today. They are in Wangara, Vicky, but I will be looking at doing some in Mandurah, I think, through spring, as well as Wangara. We are going to be pulling one card for every day of the week from today, Sunday the 20th, through till the 26th. We are going through the solstice, we are going through the end of Mercury Retrograde, and we are also picking up the full moon this week, as well as the transition from Gemini into Cancer. So, we're going to be covering a lot of energy today. Definitely check it out if you can, Leanne. Go to Crystal and Stone through their events page to book for today. There may only be a couple of tickets left, so I will recommend getting onto it as soon as you can. Hello, hello. As I said, we are working through from Gemini season into Cancer season. We're dealing with the solstice, we're dealing with the full moon, we're dealing with the end of Mercury retrograde. Oh my goodness, it's a lot. It's a lot, kids. This week is big. Are we ready? Are we ready for the guidance? Are we ready for what's coming? Today is Sunday, the 20th of June, and our card for the day is... Ooh, the Deceit card. This is a very interesting card. Now, I want you all to think about, where have you perhaps been deceived by yourself? Where have you allowed yourself to be led astray, led down the garden path? Where have you allowed your own energy to be taken from you where it hasn't been replenished? The Deceit card is not necessarily about being deceived by someone else, although it can very much be that. For me today, it very much feels like a personal thing. This feels like, because we're in Gemini season, we're at the solstice, we're finishing off with the full moon, retrograde, blah, 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 all this big energy, we're really thinking about how we've been letting ourselves down and how we haven't been doing and making the best decisions for us along the way, right? I've been talking about this a lot in the previous readings. This is bringing your awareness to having to wake up to your own deception, having to wake up to where you've taken your own power away from yourself, where you have not allowed yourself to shine and be amazing and do things for yourself and allow things for yourself and allow reward, gift, help. Does this make sense? This for me does not feel, again, like an outward deception, but it may. If you think about your own life and you think, oh, I know I've been played by this person, I know that my energy has been used by this energy, I know that someone is trying to be underhanded at the moment. Think about that in your own life. It'll always make sense to you. But also, it feels very personal for the collective, for everyone watching. It feels very personal in the, where have I not allowed myself to fully be? How have I not been truthful and good to me as a person? Where I've been really loving and caring and soft and nurturing and good to those that need help from me. But when I need help from myself, have I let myself down? Have I been too hard on myself? Have I not been good to me? Today's card with the deceit, think about you and where you can do better by you. How you can be a better friend to yourself. How you can be better at being the best you can be. And it's generally by being a whole lot nicer to yourself. I like to say, and it comes up a lot in readings, is if your friend was to come to you with your problems and your woes, or their problems, their woes, and all of that jazz, and they were to cry on your shoulder and knock on your door, you would be like, oh, friend, listen, I've got you. Come in, we'll have a glass of wine, we'll talk about it, we'll relax, you can cry, you can yell, whatever you need, we'll work through it, it's okay. But then to yourself, you probably go, be strong, you can do it. Don't be weak, toughen up. That is being deceitful by yourself. I've said this before as well. Think of yourself as the CEO of your company and your life. You're the most important person. You sit at the top of the ladder, and everyone else works for you. And you've got to make your life work for you. You've got to delegate. You don't need to do all the work. You don't need to carry all of that burden. It's not truth. It is not fact. It is something that needs to be healed. It's something that needs to be dealt with. It's something that needs to be transformed. This full moon, this solstice, this ending of the retrograde is all about getting the fuck rid of this and falling back into patterns that aren't helpful is a big thing that we need to wake up to and shift forward from. It's one of those things we're allowed to fall back, but don't make yourself feel like shit about it. Don't make yourself feel crappy about feeling bad or falling backwards. Think, it's all right, friend. Let's get up. Let's pick yourself up again and move forward. Don't look backwards. Don't make yourself feel crappy because you don't need to. The world is doing a good enough job of that for all of us combined. So don't make yourself feel worse. Think about, instead of changing paranoia to pronoia, instead of thinking the whole world's out to get you, change that to pronoia, thinking the whole world's out to make things good. And also, the heavy red is really important, because when we feel grounded and stable and safe and centered and secure, we can't be deceived. We can't be led astray, because we are strong within ourselves, right? So I want you to think about grounding crystals. I want you to think about those base chakra energies. Think red jasper. Think delicious red quartz. Think about hematoid quartz. Think about ruby. Think about black and brown stones as well, like smoky quartz, black tourmaline, brown tourmaline, onyx, obsidian. I would also recommend, if you really need to sort of improve your truth radar, I would highly recommend working with lapis. Lapis, sapphire, azurite, all of those really deep blue that are really sharp of the mind. I would recommend those as well today. So think about, during the course of today, not making yourself feel like shit, doing things that are going to make you feel good, giving yourself a pat on the back, supporting yourself, and looking after your own energy. How does that sound? Okay, so tomorrow is the solstice, a big day because it's also my mum and my baby brother's birthday. And bizarrely, my twin sister in spirit. So it's a big day in my family for birthdays tomorrow. I'm also excited because I'm getting my first jab in the morning. I was smart enough and quick enough to book early, so I'm getting my first Pfizer jab as well. All good things tomorrow. So our card for tomorrow is envy. We are following on from deceit to envy. We need to stop worrying about everyone else. We need to stop being concerned about what everyone else is thinking of you. We need to stop being concerned about whether or not you're going to disappoint people or upset people, or if you're not doing as well as someone else, or if someone seems further along than you, or if someone is comparing themselves to you, or if you are comparing yourself to someone else. No. No. No, 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 no. No, it's not okay, it's not a thing, it's not good. Stop worrying about everyone else. Stop doing things for others and feeling like you need to impress other people and look after other people and do right by them when they haven't been doing right by you. This is following on from the deceit card. This is following on and telling us that we need to wake up to ourselves, that we need to stop worrying about everyone else. Stop being so concerned by everyone else. Stop thinking about other people's opinions. Stop giving a shit about whether or not you are going to impress other people or do what is right by others. No. Do what is right by you. Do what is right for you and your future and the legacy that you're creating and the life that you want to live. The decisions that we make today directly influence our future. Time is not linear. We all understand that. Time is doing all sorts of things at once. But this is the whole thing of the human experience. We're here, we're making decisions. We are doing what we need to do for our own spirit, our own energy. We need to not be concerned about others. Get off social media. Get off the telly. Don't worry about what other people are doing. Stop looking at what other people are doing and how they're doing it. Spend time with you. Spend time within. Take time out to listen to your own soul, to your own inner voice, to your higher self, to your guides. Listen to you and what you need. Do for you what is right for you. Make the decisions that are right for you, no matter the noise that's being made outside. It's not a healthy thing. The green-eyed monster, right? Envy, jealousy, worrying about others. Fuck that noise. Sorry. The sailor mouth is going to come out today. I know I usually swear a little bit, but I feel like I'm going to swear a lot today. Excuse me. It's very easy to fall into that trap. It's very, very easy. And it's challenging to spend time with yourself in the quiet, listening to your own thoughts and your own feelings and having to work through them. That's a challenge, but it's worth it. It's a good thing. It's not for naught. It's not, a pointless exercise, right? It's important that you do this for you. Again, what legacy are you leaving? What are you leaving behind? For crystals for tomorrow, because it's the winter solstice and the summer solstice, I will say different crystals for the northern and southern hemisphere. So yeah, exactly. When it's right, you've just got to let it come out. For the southern hemisphere, for those of us especially here, think about, I want to say black moonstone. I want to say lavakite. I want to say pneumite, an issuous stone. I want to say a good black obsidian. I want to say these stones that are going to show you your shadow, work on the shadow, show you a bit of that black night of the soul, the darkest night of the year, the shortest day of the year. That dark black energy is perfect to work with. Think black diopside, think black andradite garnet or melanite, think shungite, think about black jade, black kyanite, black tourmaline. Any of these black stones that are going to get you to face your shadow and look at it and deal with it. Accept it, own it, and look at you. What do I need? What does my soul need? What does my soul want? I will then change those stones, or I want you to balance those black, shadowy stones with good heart-centered stones like kunzite, rose quartz, star rose quartz. Think about chrysoprase, think green apophyllite, think about turquoise, think about green aventurine, think about pink amethyst, anything, rhodonite, rhodochrosite, anything that's going to get you into the heart to support yourself. Pink tourmaline, green tourmaline, watermelon tourmaline, whatever. And then a third stone, 1, 2, 3. I love the power of 3. You all know this. I've said this before. If you haven't heard me say it, I'm saying it for the first time for you, and I will say it again in the future. The power of 3 helps us to make a secure, strong energy to work with. So to get you inward and to get you focusing on you, I want you to add blue kyanite. No other stone but blue kyanite as your third, because it gets you into a sense of alignment and focus. I hope that makes sense. Don't be afraid to do this. Don't be afraid to tackle yourself and work on yourself and do this energy, because it's so beneficial. It's so worthwhile. Any little bit that you can do for you is so much better than doing lots of big things. When you add lots of little bits and pieces, you create big change. So these two cards, today and tomorrow, with the deceit and the envy, if you give your energy into worrying, concern about others, giving a shit about others, whatever it is, and you don't worry about yourself, you're wasting your energy. But if you use this time to think, what do I need? What's best for me? How can I get the best result for the future that I'm trying to create? What do I need to let go of? What do I need to release? And how can I not be distracted by others and focused on myself? Ask the serious questions. All right, our card for the 22nd. Boom, Cancer season. Oh, we are officially being called out this week. We are straight up being called out this week, everyone, and everyone needs to wake the fuck up. The goddess of the moon is reversed. It means that we are not listening to our intuition. We are not hearing ourselves. We are not hearing our guides. We are not seeing the signs. And we are trying to be too human about things, and that's not okay. Pull the human you out the way. Out of the way. Get the spiritual you forward. What does your soul want and need? The human has been doing what the human has been doing, and it's gotten you this far, probably only semi-successfully. You could probably be living a whole lot more successfully. We all can be. What needs to change? Intuition. Get to your intuition. Get into meditation. Get to yourself. Oh, listen, I do too. These readings are all about calling us out on our bullshit. They're all about waking ourselves up to ourselves and making us realize that we are valid in what we feel, but we need to listen, and we need to then make action on what we hear and what we say. So take extra time to meditate on Tuesday. Give yourself the time and the space to meditate. Give yourself the time and the space to ask and then to listen. When you've been asking these questions, now listen. Now listen! Sorry. Now I've got the song in my head. This, especially going into Cancer season, what are the Cancers the best at? The absolute best at? Taking care of others before themselves. All of us, we can't be doing this anymore. Our energy is the most important energy. Wintertime is the time where we need to do less, where we need to be not pushing so hard. Oh, yesterday for the summer solstice, for those of you in the northern hemisphere, you should be celebrating, you should be having fun, you should be doing good things, you should be thinking citrine, sunstone, golden, yellow, orange crystals all the way tomorrow for you. Sorry, I missed that. So for Tuesday, When human things make you react, try and think about being non-reactive. Try and think about the big picture, step back, don't make a human reaction. Think about a spiritual reaction, thinking about being a little bit detached, compassionate, caring, and again, perspective, the big picture. What's the big picture here? Give yourself a break as well. Like, make sure you're feeling, or when you're feeling frustrated, or when it's like, oh shit, what have I been doing? Or make sure you're remembering, oh, that's right. I need to be nice to myself. I need to be kind here. I need to be patient, right? This is the last day before the Mercury comes out of retrograde. So it means that we're still sort of in that push-pull, which is really frustrating. So we will be frustrated. Tuesday will be a see you next Tuesday, and that's fine. We can deal with it. We can all deal with it. Be patient. Go within. Meditate 3 times throughout the day. 3 times. If you can do that 3 times, the beginning of the day when you get up, at the very middle of the day at lunchtime, and then at the end of the day when you finish. Start the day right, reset in the middle of the day, and then at the end of the day, you let it all go. Do that for yourself. See how you feel. Think moonstone, think selenite, think larimar, think Gaia stone, think chrysocolla, Herkimer diamond, Lemurian quartz, all of those really beautiful feminine, psychic, beautiful energies. Work with them, please, on Tuesday. Whew. Wednesday, last day of Mercury retrograde, and the day before the full moon. Holy shit. Can you all read that? It says anxiety. Stop worrying about everyone else. Stop worrying about the future that you can't control. Stop worrying about things that are out of your control. Stop worrying about others and how they're going to react to what you're doing. Anxiety comes from lack of control. I suffer high anxiety. I deal with it every day. I get to talk myself down off that ledge regularly. It's a process and it takes time, and it's okay. Like, again, don't make yourself feel bad about it. But don't give the energy into it anymore. Give yourself the energy. Go, okay, I'm worrying. I'm going to take myself out of worrying about the situation, and I'm going to focus on something else. Focus on something else when anxiety comes up. When you feel that anxious feeling, don't let it take you away. The only way I'm ever able to get out of anxiety attacks and out of that anxious feeling is by just letting the wave take me, but also to be trying to do something else, trying to distract myself and get myself out of myself and just to be doing something else. This is it's the last of this energy that we're letting go of at the full moon. Like, this is the deceit, the envy, the lack of connecting to our soul and our spirit, and the anxiety. These are all very human ways of reacting to experience. And we're letting these go. We're healing them. We're removing them and releasing them. This is the thing as well. With all of this stuff that comes up, that you feel, that you experience, I want you to think about your own life. The whole point of the shadow, the whole point of looking at your shadow is not just looking at, oh, look, I get anxious, or I am angry, or whatever it is. Where the fuck does it come from? Right? Were you not heard as a child? Did you move around a lot and never have a chance to get grounded? Did you have people that passed around you? What happened that made you not feel trusting and safe? Address that. That's the past. We're letting that go. Exactly. Get outside and do something when you're anxious. So don't just think about the feeling, the anxiety, the envy, the deceit, whatever. Address where it comes from. Yeah, definitely. Earth grounding is a great way, because anxiety not only sits in here, it also sits in here. And by allowing ourselves to balance the gut and the mind, we can not be anxious. So think about crystals like peach moonstone. Peach moonstone is the best stone, bar none, for anxiety. End of. Literally end of. But you can also work with lepidolite, you can work with pink tourmaline, you can work with kunzite, you can work with peach selenite, peach aventurine. There's a few peachy stones that you can work with that are really, really beautiful. There's something about that tone of energy that's really helpful for anxiety. And I highly, highly, highly recommend it if you can. Excuse me. But also think about smoky quartz, think about petrified wood, think about emerald and green jade, stones that get us into Mother Nature, to be grounded, to get us out of this. It's also saying, all of this stuff that's coming up over the next few days, write it all the fuck down so you can burn it at the full moon, please and thank you. Thursday, the full moon. Our card for Thursday is... Yes, Queen. Yes, Queen. Action. Now we're talking. Now we're kicking. Now it's happening. Full moon, big time. Action. What are you letting go of? All this shit. Right? Right? You're letting go of all this stuff that's come up. All this stuff that's rearing its ugly head. You are taking action. You are the one that is taking the wheel and saying, I'm letting this go. Goodbye. Bye, Felicia. Thank you for your time. No more. We're moving into Cancer season and we're moving into nurturing. We're moving into our intuition and being creative. Cancers are very creative. So we need to be more creative about the way we think, about the way we're working, about the way we're working for ourselves, but also water. Get into your feelings, get into your psychic energy, follow, flow, do the thing. How many times do I have to say it, kids? Do the thing. On the full moon, on Thursday, what are you letting go of? Why? What legacy are you creating? What future are you moving into that is going to make things better? How are you going to make things better? How are you going to change the patterns? How are you going to improve, rectify, reestablish, make things better? I also highly, 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 highly recommend, with the horse, asking for help. The horse is the herald, but it's also asking for help and having that help come to you. So with the full moon, we're letting go. We're asking the universe to help us to let this go. We're asking our guides and our higher self to help us to really release and surrender and purge and cut the cords and give ourselves that space, that freedom to then move into this future that we want, to make this action real, to actually do the thing that we've been thinking of. Big, exciting, oh, what a positive shift. There's a really beautiful little symbol of the hawk or eagle flying above, which is your spirit guides, your angels watching over you and guiding you, giving you the perspective so that you can run forward. So good. So good. And it's balance as well, like the black and white, the yin and the yang, moving out of the old into the future, letting go of the past, saying hello to the new, but also balancing out what was not in balance before, right? We're not doing things in the same way. We are moving forward with freedom. Insert George Michael in my head. Freedom will not let you down. Freedom will pick you up, right? So I want you to think orange. Think yellow. Think about, with that full moon, as well as working with moonstone, selenite, and maybe even obsidian if you need to let go. Think about balancing this out with golden healer quartz, hematoid quartz, yellow aventurine, red aventurine, orange topaz. Think about citrine, think about sunstone, think about pyrite, think about orange calcite. All of these action energies that we're moving into as well. If you want to really work with the Cancer energy that's around, and perhaps the fire is not your bag, good. Think about fluidity. So think about Larimar, think about aquamarine, and think about hemimorphite, ocean jasper, these stones that give us the ability to go with the flow. Maybe that's a nice way of you moving into action, if that helps you. We love it, it's all happening. Yeah, it's a big full moon, kids. It's a big one. Use it. Use it. This is also the first day that Mercury comes out of retrograde. It goes direct, starting to go forward again, which means communication starts to get easier. Electronics and travel, all that sort of stuff should balance out where it's been a little bit cray-cray. All right. Whew. Moving on, Friday, the 25th. Whew, my goodness. Friday the 25th of June. Oh, isn't that nice? This is beautiful. The garden and the gate. We are being, once again, told not to worry about everyone else. Just focus on your garden. Focus on yourself and what you need. What are you doing now? Once you've let go, this is the thing with the full moon. With that full moon, it takes 2 weeks to reset to the new moon. So you have 2 weeks to get over, to really digest and properly let go. So if things keep coming up over the next 2 weeks after the full moon of all of this stuff that you're letting go of, don't be alarmed, don't be concerned, don't be freaked out. Just be like, okay, it's part of the wave of letting go. Part of the waning moon is the sort of the softening of what is being let go of. Like it will keep coming up. It's like aftershocks of an earthquake. Like you have the big one and then there's some little ones afterwards. You know, you have the big tide peak and then it ebbs backwards. It's the same with the full moon energy. So you want to be really bringing your focus inwards. It's kind of what the whole week has been about, right? What is on your side of the gate? Don't worry about the rolling hills out there. Focus on the beautiful flowers that you have in your garden, on your side of the gate. Don't worry about others. I'll say it one more time. Don't worry about others. Focus on you. Tending to your garden, tending to your plans, to your future. What seeds are you planting to grow? How much tending to and nurturing do they need? Generally a lot. Give them the necessary nurturing and tending to that they require. Think about working with crystals like moss agate, petrified wood, jet, these stones that talk about patience and just slowing down. All right. Big week. Our card for Saturday. Our final card of the week. The 26th of June. Oh, isn't this nice? Archangel Gabriel sitting at the throat chakra. Archangel Gabriel is here as the herald. He is here to with the trumpet and say, this is what's happening and this is why. I love working with him. He's one of my favorites. I work with him every day. Archangel Gabriel is here to aid those that are working on communication, or aid those that are working with the media, and aiding those that are working with multimedia and the internet as well. So if you're doing things online, this is a good sign. But this is very much about speaking your truth, owning your truth, loving your truth, saying it loudly and proudly. Oh, well, what a perfect birthday present. Speak about it, own it, love it, shout it loudly, and have the best time. I love, love, love this. It's like, okay, been dealing, shadow, processing, inward, all of this crap. Oh, it's heavy, it's a lot of work. I get it. I get it. Trust and believe, I get it. And then you get to the weekend and it's like, oh, now it all makes sense. Now I feel good. I've let that go. I'm starting to feel more excited about my future again. I'm excited about where I'm going, and I'm not going to be shy about it. I'm going to tell everyone. I'm going to be excited about it. I'm going to be sharing it with those that I love and those that I care about, and then the world. Perfect. How good is that? We love it. We love it. Think about good throat chakra energy and good confident energy as well. So aquamarine, blue calcite, larimar, aqua aura quartz. You can also work with septarian. You can also work with citrine. You can also work with sunstone, stones that give us like gut courage. Yeah, this is good. It's exciting. I'm excited for everyone. Again, I said this at the start of the week, or through this reading, it's like, this hard work isn't for nothing. It's not for naught. You're doing this for the right reasons, right? You're doing it for the right reasons. If you are, when your intentions are pure, your intentions are good, and you're doing it for all the right reasons, it all just sort of opens up when you speak it. All right, our final card, our overview for the week. Woo! There we go. Makes perfect sense. This is what we're healing. This is what we're healing. This is what we're dealing with. This is why the deceit, the envy, the lack of connection, the anxiety, this is why it's all coming up. To be healed, to be mended, to be healed and brought together, to be made better from how it was in the past. Good one. We love that. Yeah. Think about how all of these emotions, deceit, envy, anxiety, worrying about others and not worrying about yourself, where it stems from. I said this. Where does it come from? Where does it stem from? Is it a recent thing that needs to be healed? Is it a pattern that's been happening since you were a kid? Is it something that's come from your parents and grandparents? Look at your own life. Take time out. Think about it. Re-watch this reading as many times as you want. It's going on YouTube. It's going to be on my IGTV, on Facebook again. So feel free to watch this back again because it feels like there's a lot to process, and that's okay. But I want you to really take time out to think about where your heart has been broken. And fuck me, I know exactly where mine has been recently. It's nice and clear and obvious for me. But it might be a little less clear. It might be something that is layered. And it's not that mine isn't layered. This very recent heartbreak is bringing up a whole lot of stuff from my youth that I'm now getting to look at and deal with and heal and let go of. So don't think I'm not immune to this. I'm very much dealing with my own version of all of this. With my father passing a month ago, not even a month ago now, he had his stroke 4 weeks ago, it's brought up all of the trauma around my grandparents all passing. All 4 of my grandparents passed away by the time I was 14, and I watched them all become sick and pass away. I have had my twin sister in spirit my whole life, and I've been missing a part of me until I became an adult and I was able to connect with her. Like, for me, it's about knowing that even when someone passes or is not here with us physically, we can connect to them spiritually. That's my personal lesson. Very personal with what I do and how I work and what I'm here to do. That's me. What about you? What about your lesson? What about what you've gone through? Think about your own trauma. Think about your own past. Think about your own heartbreak this week. With this full moon, how you are healing that. How you are rectifying, mending, looking after your own heart so that in the future you won't be brought down again when it happens, because it's bound to happen again. People die. The world keeps spinning and going around. We need to adapt and go with and know that it's not a thing of being a victim. It's just, how do I learn? How do I get through this experience? And how do I make things better? And how do I make my future better? How do I make the most of the time that I have? It's a tough one, personally. It's a really tough one for us all to go through. Quite often we're, especially moving into Cancer season and a Gemini season, two signs that are really good at worrying about others and not themselves. So let's not do that. Let's put ourselves first. We're not being selfish, we're being self-full. We're mending our broken hearts. We're healing ourselves. Pink tourmaline, rose quartz, phosphosiderite, think kunzite, think morganite, any and all of those beautiful pink heart chakra stones, rhodochrosite, rhodonite, cobaltin calcite, rose calcite, mangano calcite. I can keep going, but it's going to get boring. Where does your heart need healing? Where has your heart been broken? What shit has it gone through? What trauma have you gone through that's brought up deceit, envy, human feeling that gets you out of your spirit anxiety? How has it made you the person that you are? You want to own all aspects of who you are. Remember, your shadow is with you always. Your shadow never leaves you. So you might as well integrate it as soon as you can. And then you can move forward whole. Mending. Does this make sense, everyone? I know this has been a bit of a harsh one. I know this week, this reading has been a lot, but the energy has been a lot. You can't shy away and you can't hide from it. Like, this is why I don't pussyfoot around what I say. This is why I don't have a filter. I'm not meant to have a filter. I'm not meant to keep the truth from you all, because the world is what it is, right? We're all going through it. None of us are immune. How can we make our lives better? How can we make the future better? How can we heal our own selves? Because no one is going to do it for us. You have to do it for you because you want to, and because you want to make your life better, and you want to make life better for those that come after you. I say it often, legacy. What is the legacy that you're leaving behind? How are you doing things better than things that were done in the past? You're welcome. I'll always be here filter free. This is why I don't know if you see it on Instagram, Facebook you might not, but even when I put filtered photos on Instagram, I'll always put hashtag no filter, because the way I speak and the way I communicate and who I am is no filter, and that's what that means. Exactly right. All of us are here to experience what we're here to experience. No one is unable to handle their own lives. You can. I believe in you. So does the universe. Exactly. Right on. All right, everyone. I think that's enough for today. I'm going to let everyone process that. As I said, this will be on my YouTube, on my IGTV, and on my Facebook wall. So if you need to rewatch, please rewatch. Take your time. Give time and space to yourself this week. It's going to be a lot. There's a lot to take on, a lot to tackle, a lot to deal with. So you need to have that space. You need to give yourself that space. So please look after yourselves this week. Give yourself the time and energy that you need. For those that are coming on this afternoon, I look forward to seeing you. I'm so excited for this afternoon's workshop. It's going to be amazing, good fun, Oracle card goodness. So I'll see you at Crystal and Stone tonight, those that are coming. Next Sunday I'm having my crystal sale. So I hope to see you there. And I will also be sharing my winter market crystal reading. I'll be opening up that as well for my 10-minute in-person readings. Otherwise, look after yourself. Namaste, stay safe, stay sane. Peace out. Lots of love. I look forward to seeing you all soon. And I will be doing the next crystal skull in my stories. For those that saw, I've did a little story on this one, jump into my stories and I'll be doing another one later today. Peace out, everyone. Bye.